Welcome to Men's Lives. What she really means is the men she actually wants aren't asking her out, because they're dating younger women who still bring youth, energy, and the possibility of starting families. It's not cruelty, it's biology and preference. At 50, you're not competing with 25-year-olds anymore. Own your age instead of resenting reality.
Nowadays, you see women waiting. They're waiting. Well, I want to focus on my career. I want to focus on my degree. I want to be successful. Nothing wrong with that. But what happens is they get to 30 and they have an epiphany. They're like, oh shit, I got to hurry up. Mm-hmm. Like we had a guest on here, I won't say the name,
Timeline.
35 years old, childless, no husband. You're at that, we call it hitting the wall.
Yeah.
And then they become negative around it and start saying men are shitty, men are douchebags. And then they get in their 40s and they end up on TikTok talking shit at 40 years old, which is pointless, right? What did you do in your 20s? And this is another thing. It's interesting on planning. Watch this, Sean. And I know you get this. You talk to men, you say plan. You counsel women, plan. I ask a woman on the show, what's your 2 to 5 year plan? I don't know. You don't know.
But yet you want a quality man.
You're 35 years old.
Here's the brutal truth most women refuse to face. Time doesn't wait, and biology won't pause for your career, degrees, or endless partying in your 20s. Fertility, youth, and beauty have a clock, and ignoring it only brings panic later. That's when you see the scramble, Botox, fillers, surgeries, trying to compete with the 22-year-olds you once dismissed. The reality is simple. Lock in a family, a husband, and stability, while you still have leverage. Waiting until 35 plus and blaming men is pure delusion.
Being in your late 20s is so hard. I've seen a few people talk about this and just kind of the loneliness of your late 20s, and especially people who are kind of in this middle stage of, hey, I'm not married, don't have kids, not in a relationship, but I'm also not going out every weekend. I spend a lot of my time by myself. I live alone. I come home from work, I go to the gym, I spend my evenings alone. And on the weekend lately, I feel like I've been so exhausted that all I want to do is like spend time by myself. And I'm struggling with questions about work. You know, am I passionate about what I'm doing? Am I good at it? Should I be traveling right now and not working, or should I be trying to work remotely so that I can travel? Like, there's just all these things that I think I would like to experience, and it's hard to know, well, when am I going to experience those things?
For roughly 80% of men, this is all too real. Modern women treat travel like a cure-all, believing a few trips can fix boredom, dissatisfaction, or personal issues. Experiences replace accountability, spontaneity replaces commitment, and adventure is framed as a solution, rather than addressing the real challenges in life or relationships.
I had a wonderful day at the beach today, but now it's Friday night, and I'm all alone.
Here's the irony. You spent the day enjoying yourself, living freely, doing whatever you wanted, and now Friday night hits, and the quiet feels unbearable. The truth, this loneliness isn't accidental. You and so many others helped create it, by prioritizing freedom and self-indulgence over connection and stability.
So you're almost 40, yes. And you've never been married? No. And you don't have kids? No. And you don't want to have kids? No. What have you done with your life? Well,
You know who doesn't need to post videos preaching how happy they are? Actually happy people. That over-the-top grin says it all. Stop pretending. Stop flexing fake joy. The truth is obvious. You've clearly hit the wall, and no amount of filters or forced smiles can hide it.
So what I'm telling women is, do not, if you want a family, if you want a husband, do not allow yourself to get to a point where you hit that wall. You are 37, you are looking in the mirror, whatever age that is, and you see a different face and you see your youth going away from you and you start to panic and you can't find yourself in the mirror. Don't let that be the case while you're still on the hunt for a man, or you are going to feel inadequate, depressed, anxious, and rush in to do something toxic to your body to compensate for that. If women just listened more to what people like me are saying, and in your 20s, instead of burying in the career stuff and burying in everything else, you acknowledged the reality that what you have is going to go away. The fertility, the youthful beauty.
If women could actually listen, maybe they'd get it, but they don't. Women just can't hear it. If a woman treated men poorly in her prime, mocking, dismissing, or taking them for granted, she deserves the same reality when she's older. The problem? There aren't enough 25-year-old men making six figures ready to pick up where she left off. And yet, she cries, "Where, oh where have all the good men gone?" ignoring the choices that led her here.
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain and pain, true pain.
You spent your best years chasing fun, validation, careers, and fleeting flings, instead of building the stability, love, and partnership you now want. Don't blame men, society, or bad luck. This loneliness is the direct result of your choices. You wanted independence, and now you have it. Empty Friday nights while the men you ignored are happily with women who made different decisions. Reality doesn't negotiate with regret.
Woman's 35 and she ain't got kids yet, she's really panicking. So you start to say things like kids, family. You can mention that shit. Listen.
Let's talk about what Charlie Kirk said.
We've basically told a great generation of young women, don't get married, don't have kids, go get a corporate job, and it's created mass political hysteria. And then in their early 30s, they get really upset because they say, the boys don't want to date me anymore because they're not at their prime. And people get mad when I say that. Well, it's just true. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry, it's like you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in the early 20s. But again, you have your corporate job and cats, so I thought
This generation of women, I would say generations of women, have been fed this idea that it is more important for you to make money and to be independent and to live on your own in your 20s and your 30s. And then you are going to find a guy who wants to marry you. You're going to settle down. You're going to be able to have kids, and you can spend the next 10 to 20 years doing it all or balancing both. And that is a lie. That has absolutely caused mass hysteria. That is a lie that has caused a lot of disappointment and devastation.
This is the uncomfortable truth few want to face. Women were told, your 20s are for careers, not families, and society applauded. Now, in their 30s, the dating market doesn't wait. Those once celebrated prime years are over. Meanwhile, men in their prime aren't idling. They're married, or with women who planned differently. This isn't personal. It's the inevitable outcome of a generation sold the idea that independence and climbing the corporate ladder come before love and family. The current panic? Just the fallout of being misled. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.